Alright, so right now, the India women's national cricket team is locked in a massive one-off test match against Australia women. It's all happening at the legendary WACA Ground in Perth, and this contest, which kicked off on March 6, 2026, is set to run until March 9. This test is super important for a couple of reasons, especially because it marks the international farewell of Australian captain Alyssa Healy. For the Indian side, led by Harmanpreet Kaur, this is a chance to really make a statement, especially since they're coming off losses in both the T20I and ODI segments of this multi-format series against Australia. We've already seen some standout performances and exciting new talent stepping up in the early parts of the match. India, who batted first, wrapped up their first innings with 198 runs on the board. This game is a fantastic mix of experienced pros and a whole new wave of cricketers who look set to shape the future of women's cricket. Australia's bowlers really got stuck into the Indian lineup early on, with big efforts coming from both their experienced players and the debutantes. One of the standout performers? Lucy Hamilton, the left-arm fast bowler, who was actually making her test debut in this match. Her rise in international cricket has been absolutely rapid. She only just made her one-day international debut on March 1, 2026, also against India, by the way. Her incredible performances back home, like becoming the youngest player ever to grab a 5-wicket haul in Women's Big Bash League history during WBBL 10, really paved her way to the national squad. In this current test, Hamilton grabbed a crucial wicket, contributing to India's first innings total. And let's not forget fellow Aussie pacers Darcy Brown and Annabelle Sutherland, who also played vital roles. Sutherland even took a fantastic catch to dismiss India's Kranti God off Darcy Brown's bowling. Alright, so India's innings? They really had to work hard against a super disciplined Australian bowling attack. We saw some solid play from folks like Jemimah Rodriguez, who's always a reliable batter for India. And hey, new to the national squad and really making a name for herself is Sayali Sathair. She's an all-rounder who's become a big part of this Indian team. Sathair actually just made her one-day international debut back in January 2025. But that's not all, she's also had some standout performances in the Women's Premier League, playing for the Gujarat Giants in both the 2024 and 2025 seasons. Now, for the upcoming WPL 2026 season, guess what? Sathair's been snapped up by Royal Challengers Bangalore. She's actually stepping in for the Australian legend, Ellyse Perry, who's sitting out this WPL season for personal reasons. And get this, in one memorable WPL match, Sathair actually even took Ellyse Perry's wicket. Talk about making a statement and showing off what she can do. Another really promising talent for India in this test is Kranti God. She's a right-arm medium-fast bowler who's quickly made a name for herself on the international scene. Born in August 2003, God first showed up in an ODI back in May 2025 during the Sri Lanka Tri-Nation Series, and then her T20I debut came just a couple of months later in July 2025 against England. She was a huge part of the Indian team that absolutely crushed it in the 2025 Women's Cricket World Cup. God also had a massive in July 2025, picking up her career best figures of 6 wickets for just 52 runs against England in an ODI. That performance, get this, made her the youngest Indian woman ever to snag a 5-wicket haul in one-day internationals, smashing a long-standing national record. Now, here in the ongoing test at Perth, Kranti God's innings was unfortunately cut short. She got out to Darcy Brown, caught by Annabelle Sutherland, a real face-off between two of the brightest young stars from both sides. This one-off test match at the WACA? It really highlights just how much women's cricket is evolving these days, bringing together both the big, established names and a whole new wave of exciting talent. And with Alyssa Healy potentially playing her last few international games, this series is a huge opportunity for fresh faces like Lucy Hamilton, Sayali Sathair, and Kranti God to really make their mark. Now, this pink ball, day-night format? It adds a whole lot of strategic complexity. The conditions at the newly renovated WACA are expected to really favor the seam bowlers early on, but then potentially offer some good assistance to the spinners as the match goes deeper. Both Australia and India, for their part, are really in a period of transition and trying to solidify their teams. This series is a crucial experience for their younger players, while at the same time, it's really highlighting the lasting quality of their seasoned campaigners. This multi-format series, which wraps up with this test match, really adds a lot to that growing story of just how competitive and absolutely compelling women's international cricket has become.